Hello and welcome to today's Nexus Report. We have all 6 regions, 12 series to a region to go over. Went 11-1 in predictions. Only one we got wrong was the first one. Many people, I assume, didn't get this one right. Bro 2-0 KT in what was pretty dominant fashion. KT, well, KT it is what it is, but Bro, 2-0 this week. 2-0. 7 Well, they took 7 of 10 Drakes, 3 Barons, averaged 3,800 gold, a Baron power play. They were ahead for 55% of the minutes played. Casting died once, going 5-1-17. He had a lead into perfect as the top side of Casting Gideon, about a 910 gold lead. Teddy, 4 solo 2v2 kills, 32% of the team's damage. Namgung, 84 KP. BDD did well. BDD did well. He had a solo kill. 8, 4, and 7. Average over 1,000 gold lead, actually 1,116 at 15 minutes. So very strong performance out of him. Aiming, 30% of the damage, caused 90 KP in the loss. BFX DNS didn't actually, you know what? I might have gotten this prediction wrong as well. I might have went 10-2. I think I did. Taeyun, what a performance. Had 5 solo 2v2 kills as Duckdom and Life are reunited, and it went absolutely terrible. Kellen had a 2v2 kill, 2-2-31, 80 KP. Taeyun, 5 solo 2v2 kills, 36% of the team's damage. They averaged a 3,218 gold lead at 15 minutes combined. Yeah, 3,218 gold. 4,500 gold, a Baron for BFX. They took 2 of 3. They took 5 of 7 Drakes with 85% of the control. Closer, 636, 25 damage share. He and Dudu, once again, leading in the solo lanes in gold. Combined, 1,069. But that wasn't enough as the bot lane just completely imploded on itself. Pioshik, 81 KP. DNS also had 1 Baron, and it went terribly. Negative 2,700 gold. Clear had 2 solo kills in the top lane for BFX, even though he was behind 400 gold on average. So, really, about 2,500 gold lead for BFX at 15 minutes when all things are considered. LPL, LNG Thunder Talk. LNG win 2-1 as they pace that lower group. They teeter on that line. I think they have players capable of getting to regional finals. I really do. I like Croco in the LPL, and Bulldog is only going to keep getting better and better. 1xN's a young player alongside Missing, doing very well. Sheer. Also, it's really just Edgar that I have question marks about. Thunder Talk, they took 2 Barons in this one, but only 3 Drakes. Top lane, Keshi did very well, 724 gold lead into Sheer. Otherwise, LNG were ahead everywhere else. Missing had a 2v2 kill, 3-7 and 46. 80 KP, 1xN, 3 solo 2v2 kills, 30 damage share. LNG had 4,800 gold to Baron. Feather, 311, 32, 80 KP for Thunder Talk. Haru, 27 damage share. Sheer, Keshi, Croco, and An all had solo kills. TT with their Barons, 2,400 gold. We look here, bot lane duo, big difference, 1,400 gold lead for LNG in this series. Nip, BLG. BLG had their hands full. The bot lane duo of Awesome and Zhuo kept up with Viper and An. The gold lead was it was a 0, so it went even. Really, it was Knight into Care that made a difference in gold in the early game. You end up looking at like a 700 gold lead for BLG as a result of that on average. BLG took 9 of 16 Drakes. Nip took 3 of 5 Barons, however. On went 2-6 and 32, 76 KP. Only 2,000 gold a Baron for BLG. Viper had 4 solo 2v2 kills, 33% of the team's damage. Nip, 3,800 gold a Baron power play for them. Awesome, 968, 2v2 kill. Hoya, team leading 30 damage share. And Zhuo, 80 KP. Knight and Care traded solo kills with 2 apiece. Shun and Guan also had solo kills in the jungle. Battle of Japan, SoftBank Hawks Gaming and DFM were against each other. Battle of Japan. Long games, 63-37 split. We saw both teams take 3 Barons apiece. The Hawks taking 9 of 16 Drakes. All areas pretty much, well, actually, sorry, Fisher did have a lead into Arya, but otherwise the Hawks did have a lead across the board, about an 800 gold lead or so when everything's combined. Marble, 12, 1, and 11, 32 damage share. Van 1, 76 KP, as the Hawks average about 5,000 gold to Baron power play. Woody, 1, 5, 17, 75 KP. Cocoon, 32 damage share in the loss. And DFM averaged 2,800 gold to power play. Citrus had a solo kill. Not many solos or 2v2 kills in this series. CFO, Team Secret Whales. The Whales win this one, having control for about 80% of the series. They took 4 Barons. Oysters took 2. Whales took 11 of 16 Drakes, however, which was significant. They led in all 4 areas, most notably Eddie and BA, 1,800 gold lead into Doggo and Kino. BA 1542, 81 KP. Eddie at 32 damage share of the 2v2 kill. Pout had a solo kill. In the loss, 13-8-14. CFO struggled with the Baron. They only had 860 gold to power play. Doggo had a 2v2 kill, 33 damage share. Shadow, 77 KP in the loss. This might be a 3, actually, not a 1. Dyer, 2 solo kills for Whales. And his toe had 1 as well. Europe, Shifters, Heretics. This was the most lopsided series that I had gold control stats for. Didn't have any stats really for what I'm looking down at my board right now. The Los VKS Loud VKS series and Fly Sentinels. We did not get, Fly Shopify. We did not get gold control for. So, Heretic Shifters up 93% of the time. They took 8 of 10 Drakes. All 3 Barons had about 2,400 gold of power play. Sheo, solo kill in his return. We saw after the game the way he responded in his interview makes me wonder if this departure was not I don't want to say he was thrilled by it. There's a notion out there, I think, where it's like, they did him a solid, but based on his response to the questions, made me think that it was not a situation that he thought was all that positive. 9-2-23, Paddock, 25 damage share, Trimby, 72 KP. We see top side went to Shifters. Bot lane duo did go to Ice and Way, but just barely. Ice, 2 solo 2v2 kills, 12-8-5, 33 damage share. And Way, 95 KP. Rooster had 3 solo kills in his matchup into Trayson with a 200 gold lead on average. Navi G2. Navi actually were in control for the majority of this series when we factor in Drake value, 55-45. However, G2 won 2-0. They took 5 of 9 Drakes. They took 3 Barons, 2,300 gold to power play. We see here Navi were ahead from top to bottom of the Rift at 15 minutes. Rylich up 500 plus gold on average, nearly 600. We're looking at about an 800 to 900 gold lead for Navi in the early game plus Drake value. Caps 8-2-20. Hansama, 2 solo 2v2 kills, 37 damage share. Labrav, 93 KP. Paris, 1-7-20, 88 KP. Samdi, 2 solo 2v2 kills, 28 damage share. And BB had a solo. So, not overly shocking here, but we did have some decent matchups. This one was definitely the best one of the day when we look at team ranking. So, now onto the other board. Okay, now for CBLOL LCS. Keep in mind, I only had stats for that. Oracle's Elixir does not have these 3 series up yet, and actually, Game of Legend doesn't have these 2 either. So, unfortunately, this is all I can work with. So, Fluxo, Los. Fluxo actually ahead for 56% of the minutes played in this one. It was a weird one where Los lose when they didn't have the control. Usually it's the opposite situation. Curse's debut for Los. In terms of Drake, 7-6 for Los. They took 3 of 4 Barons. Feisty, 7-3-22. He was the only player behind on average in the early game. Cody had 160 gold lead, but Feisty had a great KDA. Los averaged 4,600 gold to power play. Fluxo at 5,000 with their 1. Duda, 2 solo 2v2 kills, 28 damage share. Ackerman, solo kill, 86 KP. Zest, 1,300 gold lead in this one into Curdy. Zest had 2 solo kills. Curdy had 1. We saw Dude on Ackerman up 900, nearly 1,000 gold at 15 minutes. So about a 2,200 gold lead on average for Los in this series, even though they dropped the game. Momochi, solo kill, 1-3-30, 78 damage, 78 KP. Bao, solo 2v2 kill, 32 damage share. Loud VKS don't have the gold control, but I got to imagine Loud were in control for a large portion of this. VKS, I did not see took a single Drake or a Baron. So the gold control has, unless they led in the first few minutes before the first Drake was taken. And the second, first, no, it was the second game. Second game, barely any Drakes were taken. Very weird. Very weird game. Loud took 6 Drakes, 4 Barons, 1,500 gold of power play, so their power play sucked. Uzent 3-3-25, 80 KP. Envy solo kill, 26 damage share. Kaiwing 2-5-12, Sale 31 damage share. Saralu 82 KP and the loss. Gold difference very much in the favor of Loud. Shino 950 gold lead. Young J 370. Bot lane duo of Bull and Uzent 460. So you're looking at about a 1,800 gold lead or so, 15 minutes for 1,700 gold lead for Loud. Excuse me, Lion Sentinels 50-50 in control, but Lion win this 2-0. They took just 5 Drakes. Sentinels actually took more with 6. The teams traded Barons. Lion, though, 6,900 gold with their Baron. Sentinels took a Baron, and it went for naught. Only 155 gold, and that's how you lose a game. Berserker, solo kill, 12-1-20. Saint had one as well, 31 damage share. Isles, 88 KP. Bot lane duo, 6-12 ahead for Lions. Inspired had a lead. Darkwings did well into Saint, 500 gold lead on average. Hombuck 779, Impact 28 damage share, Huhi 90 KP, Rahel had a 2v2 kill as well. Shopify Fly took 7 of 13 Drakes, 3 of 4 Barons in this series. They're ahead top to bottom. We see a 600 gold lead in top lane, 500 in the jungle, 500 in bot lane. Quad 13-3-27, 3,600 gold lead for Fly per Baron. Griffin 86 KP, B-Voy had 21 kills through 2 games, had 23 at the end. 23, 6, and 8, 92 KP. 1,535 gold with their power play. Wish we had more stats, solo kills, things easier to track. But I'm banking on getting these stats, but grid or whatever the fuck, I don't know what's going on, but we're dragging our feet and getting stats out, and I don't know. I bitch about this every week, but when we pay for something or when somebody pays for something or this or that, I'm not saying I do, but I know these websites do, you would think that they'd get their products sooner, the stats sooner. Maybe it's Riot who's just slow getting it from the games to grid to, whatever, to the API, but it's not out. So that is the thing. And CBLOL, I think, are over now for the split. So expect an all pros for CBLOL maybe tomorrow or this week sometime. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.